you want quality budget brushes, buy them from Morphe. I would just say beware because I had a really horrifying experience. If your ID doesn't match like the name of the package, they won't give it to you. And I ordered it as Jessica, which is the name I go by, and it just was really frightening because I really love this makeup brand and I've always bought their brushes in store, but I really wanted to get a bunch of sets to really see what they had to offer. And it just became this horrifying, like, I will post screenshots, messages between customer care that just felt really robotic and like they didn't care. About the person buying the brushes, which I get. I mean, like, they might be like a big makeup company and they like don't care, but they act like they care about the little guy. So that's what bugs me, because it's like, don't say that your brushes are super budget and for everybody. You like ignore the requests that, like, I essentially was supposed to have a package delivered. And then the postman said that I asked for them to keep it and to pick it up at a post office, which I would never ask as a trans person because that's impossible to get your package. Like, if you don't get it delivered and it's under a different name, you're not going to be able to go get it in the store. So I would never request that. So it wasn't really that I requested it, it was just that they were going to deliver it the next day. But then the people at customer care did not give a single fuck into actually looking into what was happening with the package. Okay everyone, so this is the packaging that it came with. Obviously it says Morphe there, which was to be expected. This shit took me forever to get. I got the James Charles brush collection, which actually comes in this really cute packaging. It says it comes with a crease brush, a fluff brush, a mini blender brush. I'm really excited to try these out for my eyes. I also already opened this, I'm so sorry, but I got the vacay mode. This is supposed to be a brush set from Morphe that's supposed to be good for traveling. I guess I'm going to test this one by itself at some point when I have to travel. That's coming up soon, especially as people get vaccinated and health conferences come back together. I also got the Face Babe Faves. These are really cute. It comes with a little sponge, and this is all supposed to be like face brushes. And then I got two things of the brush cleanser. I really needed brush cleanser and I didn't have any, and it comes in this cute little wrapping. And I also got these instant color switch duos, which instantly clean your brush. My dog is really sad that I'm not paying attention. Okay everyone, just here I'm starting off with my base for my face. 2 serums, the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid Serum and the Niacinamide and Zinc Serums. I'm also going to be going in with this brandless Rose Toner for the face. And then I'm going to go in with my Peter Thomas Roth Hyaluronic Acid Vitamin C Serum Infused Moisturizer. Sorry, that's a mouthful. And my Glam Glow Under Eye. Really great for getting rid of dark circles. Okay, as I said prior, this is me just applying my base. I do apply some Tatcha primer, as well as my other stuff. And look at my sleepy roommate. Just taking a nap in the background. So cute. Okay, my camera decided not to record any of the footage from Friday. Today is Sunday. I'm going to reuse all the brushes in the same order because I wrote it down. And I'm going to do the review. Okay, so here I'm going in with the Morphe blending brush. It's called the Highlight and Contour Beauty Sponge. I am taking my foundation, which is the Il Maquillage in shade 60, I believe, and I'm just blending that out on my face evenly. I'm going to also take the Deluxe Buffer Brush. That's an M439, and there I'm just showing all the face brushes. And yeah, I'm going to take this M439 and I'm going to buff out the rest of the liquid on the back of my hand into my skin. And I'm doing this because I really want to take the product and press it into my skin, make sure that it's really set in there. Then I'm going in with some Il Maquillage concealer that I will also blend out with that same Morphe Highlight Contour and Beauty Sponge. So here I'm taking the Morphe M224 Oval Camouflage Brush. It's a thinner, kind of like concealer brush, and I'm taking some contour cream, and I'm basically going to do a cream contour with the sponge. Just, you know, I applied my foundation, so now I'm doing a cream contour on top, and then I'm going to set with powder. I really enjoy the sponge. I feel like it absorbs a little bit of product, but, you know, it's not a whole lot. I definitely felt like I was getting good coverage, and I definitely felt like it was blending out everything really well. Here I'm taking a Morphe M536, and the M536 is the under eye bullet brush. It's a firm powder brush that's really good for, I don't know, I used it to bake my under eye area, and I also used it to smooth out some contouring, that cream contouring just setting under it, so I really liked it. Here I am taking the angled contour brush, that's an E4. And I'm taking the powder, the contour powder, and I'm setting where I did my contour, doing a little bit on the neck. You know, I want to have my neck snatched. Okay, and then here to apply my blush, I'm using an M523, that's the tapered powder brush. And then I'm going to take an M527, that's the deluxe pointed powder brush, and I'm just going to use that to blend everything together. And finally, I'll pick up that M439 deluxe buffer brush again, blend out that contour, that blush, make sure everything looks good. Then just take that M527 again and just make sure all my powder is set and make sure everything's blended really well. So I just wanted to slow things down here to show you the instant brush cleaner. It's this color switch duo thing that you can just wipe your brushes in, and I just wanted to show how it cleans the brush. It's not perfect, but I mean, if you're like trying to do a bunch of different shades and use the same brush and switch in between, I was actually pretty surprised at how well it cleaned, especially that black that you can see. That's a shade, I believe, either Chad or Sokoto from a Juvia's Place palette, and they are so pigmented. If you do not know Juvia's Place, you need to get on them right now. But anyway, this is a Morphe video, not a Juvia's Place video, and I just want to say that this actually cleaned my brushes really efficiently. So if you're messy and you want to use your brushes repeatedly, or you don't have a bunch of makeup brushes, this might be a good thing for you to invest in. Okay, so here I am actually taking the M441 brush from the James Charles eye collection, oops. And then I'm also using his palette because I thought that would be cute, you know, using his brushes and then use his palette. So the first one that I'm going with is an M441 into Tune. This is like a kind of like yellowy shade. I thought it was just a good base color, so I'm going in with that first. So after I blended with that M441 into my crease, I'm going to take a M456 and I'm going to pick up the shade 10% off. Which sounds really ratchet now that I say it. But yeah, I'm going to pick up 10% off and I'm going to go into my crease. So basically I fluff that out onto a little bit out onto my brow bone, making sure I got good pigment on it. And then I'm going in with 10% off, and then I'm going to, you know, define my crease a little bit more. After I made sure that was really blended, going back in with that Tune shade on the M441, I'm going to take my M506 and I'm going to pick up the shade No Beans. And I'm going to take No Beans out onto like the outer third of my eye. I'm going to bring it into my crease. I'm also going to bring it down under my eye just a little bit just to smoke it up. And yeah, I'm just going to smudge that down onto my eyelash line. I just really want to, you know, give like more definition and dimension. I also want to, you know, actually use these brushes and see where they go. So this is what I'm doing here. Then here, in an effort to actually use every brush, and I'm doing like kind of a little bit of a wild card move, but I'm taking an M166 and I'm actually going to go into Spooky, which is the black shade in the James Charles palette, and I'm actually going to run it under my waterline, like, you know, just like right under where I would apply mascara. And I'm just doing this to really smoke out the look, make it a little more spooky, I guess. Then here I'm actually taking the smudger brush in the set, which is like one of my favorites. It's the M508. I love this. I have no product on it. I did not pick up any more Spooky. I'm actually just taking it and blending out that lower lash line just so that way I can make sure that it's nice and smoky. Then here is my favorite part. I take the M124. It's kind of like a more like soft but like slightly dense flathead brush, and I'm actually dipping it into the shade So Good, and it was so good because look at my eye. She looks incredible. I love this. I also took a little bit of setting spray and I sprayed it on my brush. The reason I do this is because when you pick up product with setting spray, it's going to lay down that glitter lid like perfectly. You can put it over some of the darker shades and it won't really mess it up. Okay, so I just did my eye makeup, my face. I'm going to spray some setting spray on this brush that I just cleaned, put on a little highlighter, and then I will come back to review the brushes. Already though, my makeup looks fantastic, but that's also just me with my amazing makeup skills. Okay, so, my final thoughts are that they're really good makeup brushes. I'm not going to shade quality when I see it. The only thing I did at the end was I took this M451 and just put on my highlighter with a little bit of setting spray on the brush. Honestly, I would never order them again. I know that sounds weird after I'm just like, wow, these are so great. But like, honestly, I received an email from customer care after this whole fiasco that I had where USPS was telling me I had to go get my package. And I was frightened because as like a trans woman, if your ID doesn't match how you sent your package, they won't give it to you just for it to be delivered. It just felt really shitty. I have always bought Morphe brushes. I've bought some other brushes from other people. I intended to just keep purchasing Morphe brushes, but after this, if they're not really in a store, I don't know if I'd really buy them from their online store. I know the post office is like messed up and like fuck Trump, but also you know, their responses were really robotic, and it felt kind of like, well, if I just spent $200 something on brushes at your place, you could give a modicum of a fuck, maybe, just like a little bit. So with that, I would say that all these brushes apply beautifully. I would definitely recommend them to a friend, but unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to purchase Morphe again. I've gotten a lot of friends who do makeup who have sent me other brands, so I'm probably going to buy other makeup brand brushes and try to review them. I kind of hate that there's only this one company that everyone kind of worships. So that's it for today.
The viewership was destroyed.